I want to welcome everybody back to Discussions with Dina. I am your host, Dina, and today we're going to be discussing the importance of educating our own. Joining me today is the one and only Brother B Unity. Welcome, Brother B Unity.
Thank you for having me, Dina.
Okay, well, let's get right into the subject. Um, Brother B Unity, I want to know, how do you feel about teaching our own? What is your perspective, and why do you think this is so important?
It's very important that we teach our own because teaching our own is going to be very differently than the way the Caucasian teaches our children. So it's a lot it's a lot that goes into it, but I know that we can do it if we put our mind to it.
What do you think that we can offer our children that the teachers within the Caucasian society don't teach them? What can we offer them or teach them that's not already taught?
Well, we can offer first. We can offer familiarities. Um, Caucasians and black people, original people, they are different people. We learn differently and we teach differently. One of the reasons our children is failing in the public school is because the curriculum is a white, Caucasian, Anglo-Saxon curriculum.
What do you mean by that, more specifically?
Well, it's more bent to Caucasians thinking, Caucasian history, not bent towards original man's history. So when we teach our own, it'll better benefit our children to teach our children because what you see in the streets right now today and what you see in the public schools today, it doesn't benefit our children. So that in itself teaches us that we need to do for self and teach our own.
Okay. What things you think would, I mean, specific things that we could include in the daily curriculum that's geared toward our children? What specifically, when you say um, teaching our history, for example, would be what?
Well, you know, the Caucasians, they only teach history 6,000 years, but the original people, black people, their history goes back over 66 trillion years. So there's a lot of history that black kids are missing. In the Caucasian history, his story, he's only teaching the history of the white man as being on top, black man as being on the bottom. So that in turn give our kids an inferiority complex and give the white kids the superiority complex. So school is one of the biggest problems we have in today's society. So in order to correct the society, we first must change the minds of the kids. That's well, not kids, but the children that's coming up in this system.
Do you think it would be in our best interest if we all got together and started our own schools? I mean, from the top down, in black communities, getting our own principals and teachers and all of the different parts that go into building a school. If we all got it, black people in each community got together and started their own schools, would that be effective?
That would be effective, but to go back to your first question you asked, do I think it would be effective if we did those things that you said? No, I don't think it'll be effective. I know it'll be effective. That's something that we just got to do. That's something we got to do. In order to change the situation that we in right now, it first got to start with knowledge. And white people can't give us that knowledge. They can't teach us that stuff. Okay. And even if they could, I don't think they would. But yeah, we need our own principles. We need our own teacher. We need our own systems put in place. And to do that, we got to have unity. We got to first be on the same accord and got to understand what it's going to take in order to get those schools up and going.
Okay. Um, Speaking of schools, Dr. Umar is planning, or his intention is to start a school. Would you be supportive of his school?
Yes, I would be supportive of his school. I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people. I think a lot of people are supportive of his school. It's just that some people, a small amount of people, not supportive of his school. But we don't have that many black schools that's going on right now. So anybody that's opening up a black school, as long as we agree with what they're doing, I think we should get behind them and support them. Right now, we got too many white schools. Even the schools that are filled that's 90% black, those are still white schools, white-minded schools. So anytime, like Brother Umar, that's building a school, we should get behind him. Now, I don't mean just because a person is black, but I've heard of Brother Umar talk. I've heard him speak. And a brother like Brother Umar, you should get behind him and help him in his cause.
I couldn't agree more. Okay, so there are a lot that we can do as far as teaching them. What examples can we set now as parents that'll help them along their way before they get into the school system? What do you think? What could we do?
Well, one of the very first things we got to start doing as parents is set an example. In order for parents to set the example that kids need in order to grow, parents got to know which way, got to understand the truth, got to understand righteousness, got to understand what it takes for their kids to be successful and in a righteous world. So parents first have to set the example for the kids.
How do you feel about homeschooling until we get our own schools? What is your thought?
Homeschooling is the way to go until we get our own school. Just recently, there was a school in just recently a student brought a gun to school, and the gun was loaded. They had meetings about the at the school, and the school was predominantly white school. It was about 65%. It was about 60% white, 40% black. But they've now put in place a security point, a security stop before the kids even go into school. Where now this is a grammar school. Kids from K through 6, I think it is, K through 6. Now those kids have to be patted down, and their book bags have to be searched before they can go into the school. I think the name of the school is Rosie Taylor. They have to be searched before they can even go into the school because
Elementary students?
Elementary students.
Wow.
K through 6. Now they got a security guard set up at the front of the school and a checkpoint. All students, even kindergartners, have to be checked and their book bag.
More like a jail.
More like a jail. It is a jail. Especially for black people. It imprisons their mind. Public schools today imprison children's mind, and it don't allow them to think. School don't teach our children to think. It only teach our children to follow. Don't teach them to think. But that's where we at right now today. You got bullying going on in school, no teaching. You got kids interested in weapons, no teaching. Kids interested in fashion, no teaching. You got all of this going on in that environment, and that environment is not conducive to learning. So yes, kids have to be taken out of that environment and put into a loving environment, because public school is not a loving environment. Public school is only there to make money off of your students, not there to teach your students, not there to teach your children.
What do you think of private schools?
I don't think private school is no better than public school. The best school is home school until we can get our own school.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what can we do now? What would you suggest at this point in Black America that we can do as a group? Those who are interested, how would we go about setting up something for our children? What would you suggest we do?
Well, we got the internet. We can reach people more so today than we used to. My suggestion is that, we have black educators that are retired. We have some black educators that want to get out of that system, that really want to get out of that system. And all we have to do is communicate with one another. For example, you take a retired teacher, black teacher may have retired at the age of 50 or 60. She still got some more in her. And once they retire, they want to go back and get back into the system because that's something they love to do. They've been doing it for 20 and 30 years, something they love to do. But the way the way that school is set up today, there's not much you can do to students. Students cussing the teachers out, fighting in school. Students are just disobedient. You can take that same teacher and take let's say a group of parents get together. Let's say a group of 20. Come up with a sum that you can donate every month, and that teacher would be more than happy to teach those 20 students. Whether it be at her home, whether it be at one of the moms has a huge basement that the other moms or dads or parents could come and raise money collectively and give that teacher that money, something to support her, and I'm pretty sure, that's just a start. You can take retired teachers, bring them out of retirement, take 20 or so parents, or 10 or more parents, can give $100 a month. That's $1,000 a month with 10. 2,000 with you know the math. 2,000 with 20. Bring that teacher out of retirement and start there. Start in a basement. You gotta start somewhere.
That's right. Very good. Okay, that's been our discussion today. I want to know what you think, and I want you to leave me a comment below. I want to thank you, Brother B Unity, for joining me today on Discussions with Dina.
Thank you for having me.
And I want you to like us on Facebook and on Twitter. And remember to subscribe to our channel. These are Discussions with Dina.